families, listen to them, understand what they're telling.
We keep on looking at possibilities and innovating.
We started the company with nothing, and we were able to achieve something.
I'm Anthony Pangilinan, and this is The Boardroom.
Did you know that a study made by the National Safe Kids campaign in Washington says that summer is the most dangerous season of the year for children? In the United States alone, 3 million child medical emergencies and a little over 2,500 deaths are recorded every year during the summer. Medical and public health professionals observe that child injuries and deaths from drowning, falls, bicycle-related and motor vehicle accidents seem to spike every summer. Welcome back. We are still talking about summer safety tips, and still with us is Dr. Paulo and Sir Ryan Ong. Yeah. So let's talk about how can we respond to some of these summer or accidents that we mostly commonly see during the summer. And what comes to my mind is maraming nasa road, no? Lahat nag-road trip and everything. And let's say you witness an accident right in front of you, and you're the first on scene. What can someone do?
Well, of course, you have to secure yourself, secure the victim. Then calling for help, that's very important. There are people who are trained to respond, and sometimes our over-eagerness to help can actually put someone's life in danger. You actually see, although their intentions are good, let's say, for example, in a vehicular accident, you really don't know if the patient has a probable cervical spine injury or a broken bone, and moving this patient can actually cause complications to the spine or worsen the fracture. So in our eagerness to help, we move around these patients, and it's not needed, and it causes harm. So secure, first, do no harm. That's the tenet there. Secure yourself, secure the victim, secure the perimeter, call for help. Okay, that's probably the best thing that we can do. Right?
Okay, so would you advise not moving the said victim if you saw someone, if you're not fully trained, if you're not confident in the skills, don't move them? But I guess common sense also plays if the car is burning or something. Of course, you have to do some action with that. No? But in general, we want to just keep the victim where they are and just call for help and wait for the trained professionals to help. All right. And since it's summer, it's also the time where children get into accidents and injuries as well. So I cannot let it go without talking about some water-related accidents or injuries. So let's talk about drowning naman. So if we see someone, or a child, or an adult, in a near drowning or drowning situation, what can we do?
Yeah, for the life-saving in water, if you cannot reach the drowning victim, you can use like extension from your shirt or pole to rescue the victim. Usually the victim's first response is to lift their head to gasp for air. So if ever you're in the water, they will make you the leverage for them to lift their head. So baka both of you can near drown or we drown.
So this kind of situation, Sir Bon, is for like in a swimming pool, correct? So someone is flailing. Even if you know how to swim, the best first way is to help that person without getting into the water yourself. Okay. Any other tips? Let's say you find you're able to rescue that person is not breathing. What can we do?
Well, if the person is not breathing and unresponsive, that's where CPR will come in. But I'd just like to add to what my colleague, Mr. Von, said. In the systems of care with regards to pediatric life support, okay, the first link in the chain of survival is prevention of accidents from occurring, and that's very important for kids, right? You don't want to get to the point where you're rescuing a child from drowning, so you want to make sure you prevent that from happening. So what can you do? So, of course, you watch your kids, and then you train them how to swim, make sure they have the proper protective equipment to enjoy the water. For the adults out there, don't go into the pool or don't swim when you're intoxicated. So prevention is definitely better than, having to go to the point where you have to perform first aid and life support.
Sometimes inevitable that someone we know or maybe you yourself is affected by, let's say, jellyfish stings
Right.
or sea urchin. They step on a sea urchin
right.
and that. And the common reaction, which a lot of which a lot of people think of,
Right.
is to urinate
Right.
on the sting or,
Right,
on the wound.
Right,
Is this
right.
correct? Is this a correct practice?
You see that in a lot of movies, right? So, well, there is some truth to that, right? But it's not always the case. Well, when the jellyfish bites you, okay, the stinger or the nematocyst is embedded in your skin, and it's made out of protein. And this protein dissolves with acidic solutions. So urine can be acidic, so that's why there is some truth to applying urine, because it's sometimes acidic. But it's not always the case, because acidic can be also basic or ammonia-based, depends on your level of hydration. So it's not always effective. So with jellyfish stings, the best is vinegar, right? And when it comes to stepping on sea urchins, this doesn't respond to vinegar or acid-based solution. They respond to hot or warm water.
Okay, so it's a temperature. So sea urchins, warm water is okay.
Right.
That's what you don't need to urinate on that.
Right,
For
right.
the jellyfish stings, you want an acidic
solution.
medium.
Right,
So
right.
again,
Not necessarily
urination is-
urine,
Yeah,
yeah.
not necessarily urine, but something acidic. This is
Right.
your vinegar, yung supa.
Right. Yes,
pwede yan.
yes,
Okay. And then we mentioned also a while ago CPR. I think CPR is one of the most important things to learn,
Right.
and we will talk about that. But before we do that, Med Talk will be right back. Stay with us.